President Josh Gibb. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you, sir?
I'm great, thank you.
We also have with us your Communications Manager, Karsyn Bennett. Good morning, Karsyn.
Good morning.
It's good to see you and talk to you.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Karsyn. I'm from Williamsfield originally, but I just graduated college from Augustana in May. So came back to Galesburg, and now I'm at GCF.
Well, you have a great team that you're going to be working with.
Yeah, they're really good. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Josh, things are going very well for Galesburg Community Foundation.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we just had Karsyn, so I mean, it's all up from here. So
Yes. I wanted to point out something very important about your organization. I didn't realize it, but just over the last 10 years that we've been just working with you and you've been working with the communities, 3,342 grants have been awarded. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the way in which the foundation is structured is that it's really perpetual, right? And so the creation of those endowment funds, our ability then to make grants to those, we're directly investing to improve the quality, to innovate solutions, to really raise up this entire region. And it's just it's truly an honor to get to see what the foundation does throughout the entire region. So yeah, the last 10 years, the last 20 years have just been really fantastic for Community Foundation.
Yeah, describe the fact that you guys celebrated a big birthday yesterday.
Yeah, so July 1st is our 20th anniversary. So July 1st, 2004, the foundation was officially created. And, we will talk about that for the last half of the year. There's some important things that we want to really highlight and bring people's attention to. So we'll kind of drip those out as I look over at Karsyn, over the course of the next 6 months. But what the foundation has done in the last 20 years, we certainly want people to know what the foundation is going to do in the next 20 years. It's important to really think about that and talk about that out loud. Not just within the confines of our office, but really throughout the entire region, because a community foundation is for a community, and we define our community as this larger geographic region of Knox, Warren, and Henderson counties.
Yes, you've been able to create the self-sufficient or self-sustaining grants for individual communities, which has been really good for the Monmouths, the Knoxvilles, the Alexis, the Rosevilles. I do believe Roseville's in there as well.
Oh, yeah. No, Roseville's totally in there. And those are interesting for us because not only, and we've talked about those before, but not only are people in those communities who currently live in those communities giving, people who used to live in those communities give, because once we're connected to a community and part of a community, we want to support that. So they're actually bringing resources back to this region. Roseville, that's where I'm from, so I always remember its numbers the best. When it was in its match program, 50% of all of its gifts came from outside the zip code, representing 12 states. So truly, people move across the country and they still want to support their hometown. So it's inspiring to see.
Tight-knit community.
Tight-knit community.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's America right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you also want to talk about these contributions that people are making. There's some new incentives through the state of Illinois.
Yeah, so in addition to being at Galesburg Community Foundation, I've been involved in the State Association for Community Foundations for a while, and I became president of the Alliance of Illinois Community Foundations last year. And we have had a policy recommendation for years that would really put on par with states around us, Iowa in particular. But the state of Iowa and now the state of Illinois offered an income tax credit for anybody who gave to a permanent endowment at a community foundation that benefited a not-for-profit in the state of Illinois. So let's put that into a real-life example. A community foundation, for context, can create endowment for any not-for-profit. So we have endowment challenges. We have over 30 individual endowment funds at the community foundation specifically for an individual not-for-profit. Jamison Community Center, Greater Warren County United Way, Buchanan, Discovery Depot. There's scores of them. If a donor came to the community foundation, gave a gift for the benefit of Jameson Community Center, they would be eligible to receive a tax credit for that gift, 25 cents. So you give $100, that would be a $25 tax credit. The state is using the structure of a community foundation because the state wants everybody to care about all not-for-profits, but there's probably 8,000 not-for-profits in the state of Illinois, maybe more, probably more. Not-for-profits represent 11% of the workforce in the state of Illinois, which I think is an interesting statistic. But the state wanted to incentivize people to give, but they wanted a way to do it that was administratively easy for them. So using the small network, 40 plus of community foundations, they can use us as the vehicle that then distribute the credits to all of the organizations. So in essence, they're working with 40 that are going to support, let's say, 8,000. And it's more than 8,000. Let's say 40,000. So they're going to work with 40 to support 40,000 not-for-profits. It's a very effective and efficient way for people to be able to both be incentivized to give, for the state to really invest in this, to create permanent endowment. And we're really excited to now go through the rules process and then the implementation process for them to be administered in 2025.
Okay. Good news then.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
good news.
More definitely to come. And for those that really care about something in particular, this is something that the not-for-profit that they care about, they should begin to discuss with.
And you are trying to build an endowment. Tell me a little bit more about that with the Jameson Community Center.
Yeah, so we actually had a little bit of an endowment challenge. So we worked with 5 organizations, and Jameson was one, Buchanan was one, also Camp Big Sky, Knox County YMCA, and Fish Food Pantry. And so we've been working with all 5 of those organizations to say, hey, here's the amount of resource that an endowment can generate for you. How about if we give you that for the next 3 years, and then you take 3 years to really talk to your donor base about building that up, so you then have endowment that would replace that grant for us. There's certainly process that needs to be gone through when an organization like the Community Foundation is making a grant, and we don't. And we take that really seriously because we know that makes for good investment into not-for-profits. But there's also resources that not-for-profits just need, and they shouldn't have to go through the process to ask us for. So to be able to do that, let's inspire their donors to actually give in such a way that then they would have that resource on an annual basis without going through an application process. And so that's really what our design has been for the Endowment Match Challenge. Those 5 organizations have one more year to be in the challenge, and Jameson and Buchanan and all 5 of them have been working really, really hard with their donors and telling the story about what that means for them.
Okay. All right. It's good to know that is going on.
Yeah. And with some of the things that Nancy has been doing and sort of their new buildings and things like that, it's a really good time for them then to have those types of resources to support their expanded operations.
Sure.
Yep.
They certainly have expanded. Thanks a lot to the Patty Foundation as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've got some wonderful organizations like yours and the Patty Foundation in our communities. Absolutely.
And it really catalyzes and inspires. I mean, we just think that philanthropy gets the ball rolling for things, and Patty is a true gift.
Okay, what else would you like people to know about the Galesburg Community Foundation?
Well, I mean, again, of the things that we have sort of talked about, we really do think that a community foundation is for the community, and that really means, like, whatever it is that somebody wants to talk to us about. So we do a lot of just sitting and listening and working with individuals, and so I guess, we always say, hey, if you really think that you've got like an idea that you want to talk about or you want to know what's really going on, reach out to us. We want to engage in that conversation. We want to lean in. We want our work to reflect the desires and the interests and the opportunities of the community. but we're limited to 6 individuals that work for the community foundation. Our community fund strategy gives us more eyes and ears. Our committee structure gives us more eyes and ears. But we need to hear from people. So reach out to us. Tell us what you're thinking. What's inspiring to you? What opportunities do you want to see? We would love to start any and all of those conversations.
Okay, wonderful. And remind people who's on your staff.
Yeah, so myself, we just heard from Karsyn a few minutes ago. She's our newest staff person. Jillian Isaacson, she's our director of grants. Sarah Grant, she's our director of development. Sean Hedden, he's our director of finance. And then Lori Kriegshauser, she does administrative work for us. So we're right at 246 East Main Street. But again, while we always say our office is in Galesburg, our work is throughout all of Knox, all of Warren, and into Henderson counties. So, we've got really great people on our board of directors. Over here in Monmouth, Carol Shaw is on our board. Lisa Gavin is on our board. And so we intentionally try to look for people who both see what the opportunities for the foundation are, but can also bring perspective and knowledge to our board so we can make good decisions and good investments.
Very good news. Good organization, great people. Josh, wonderful. Thanks so much for the updates.
Thank you.
We truly appreciate it, and we appreciate everything you're doing for our 3 counties.
Well, we will see you again soon when Karsyn begins dripping out some of the new things that are coming here in the rest of 2024.
Okay, sounds good. Have a wonderful week.
Yeah, you too.
Josh Gibb with us, Galesburg Community Foundation President and CEO, and Karsyn Bennett,